Right, so first El Clasico done and dusted. I mean, it was a game that had almost everything. Action, goals, player attitude, coaches, mannerism and all that. We are here to digest the issues that happened in the El Clasico. Remember that Real Madrid defeating FC Barcelona by 2-1 at the Santiago Bernabéu. Perfect, revenge for the Los Blancos. My name is Agro and I'm here with Force, Courage, and Adepa GH. Gentlemen and the lady, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Agro.
The way you're viewing the music now.
Like I watched El Clasico where my eyes get.
Okay.
You see, yeah, I'm very happy with what I saw. Yes, like players coming up at their very biggest potential. The likes of Vinicius Jr. putting up a master class. Yes, so I'm very
Vinicius Jr. with all the attitude and
yes,
all the mannerism at the dynamics of the game.
Super. It was just super. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. First, I mean, let's walk into the game. What really did the magic for Madrid this time around?
Well, it's about tactical twist. It's about composure. It's about confidence. It's about knowing that they could do it. You understand? Because I realized that from the beginning of the game, they took the game to Barcelona because under normal circumstances, it is Barcelona who takes the game to them.
Yeah.
They play rather on the counter attack. You understand? But because under Carlo Ancelotti last season, you realize that most of the time Madrid were in the defensive shape. But today, from the blast of the whistle, Madrid took the game together, and they were surprised. Barcelona was caught off guard because you see, I think within the first 5-10 minutes, Madrid had a goal, which was chopped off for offside. So consistently, Madrid created a host of chances because they had confidence that they could do it. Because I don't understand why you should have Vinicius Jr., you should have Kylian Mbappe, you should have Jude Bellingham, you should have Adagula, four of the best attacking trident or quartet you could have, and be in a defensive shape. So it is the confidence and the tactical track that made it possible for them to have the confidence that they could do it, and they went out there and then did it.
They did it. Okay, but at the part, will you side with him, especially knowing very well that FC Barcelona came into this game with some deficiencies in terms of players being injured and all that?
Okay, I will side with him somewhere, and then also you see, when it comes to Madrid's side, I feel like today there was kind of discipline on their side on the field, not about the attitude. I mean, the style of play, what you are supposed to do, and you have to cook it so well so that you can serve it well. So there was a discipline on that side. But when it comes to Barca side, like you were saying, they lost a lot of players because of injury issues. And
Robert Lewandowski, Rafinha, could those players had changed the game at some point?
And then if you look at previous Clasico, when they were having these players, the results was different, and then the turnout and then how the game went was also different. But even though we enjoyed today's game, but it wasn't like previous one. And then I think because Hans Flick too also had some suspension and also not taking in charge, it also affected the team some way, even though he was in the stand and he can still take control. But I think Barca could have done a lot today. And also let me talk about the attitude of some of the players, like Vinicius like this today. It didn't go well for me. As a player, you are not a coach. You can't coach yourself. That's why we have a coach,
a manager. They are managers.
Yes, they manage you. They know your strength and the thing you can bring on board at the right time, and then when it's not right too, they can make a substitution. That's why we have bench players on the bench. You understand? So you don't show attitude like this. It brings your professional, maybe your in person as a player, and it brings you down. At least a lot of people will start talking about which affects you as a player. And also getting to the latter part, I didn't like the fact the players were all on their pitch trying to put up a fight. I know this.
I mean, this happens in football.
Yes,
this is
I
a Clásico.
It's happened mostly, but it's not supposed to happen like that. When you lose, you lose. When you win, you win. But this kind of fight and arguments, bring a whole lot of things, is not supposed to be happening continuously. So I think so far we enjoyed a good football.
How many Madrid derbies have you watched?
I'm surprised.
A lot. I watched.
I mean, in recent times, you don't even see the fights. During Jose Mourinho's time,
you don't see the fights in recent times. You understand?
No. I watch and I see the fights, but I'm saying this because Vinicius was substituted, right? And he was at the
But when you watch the replay, it wasn't even from Vinicius. It was Rooney.
No. He was part.
Yes.
Rooney, but Vinicius also intrude. He was part. You understand? He was also part. And then Barca players need to just attack him and then take revenge, which was not supposed to be like that, because already you went to the dressing room because you were furious and angry. But why do you have to come back and then come and just make a fight?
Okay, so how did you see Lamine Yamal? He's supposed to be the poster boy for FC Barcelona, and when it comes to El Clásico, he's supposed to put the shoulders on his put the team on his shoulders and ensure that FC Barcelona get the needed results. I mean, I didn't really see him in the game.
Yes, Real Madrid found a way to neutralize him, keeping him ineffective until the latter part. I think somewhere around the 80th minute, he came to life, but then it wasn't in his elements. He didn't get his A game on board today, because I'm sure prior to this match, the defenders and then the entire team watched him very, very well. So they analyzed his weak point, his weakness, and then that's why I keep praising Vinicius, because he was also operating from same flanks.
Yeah,
he was as a left winger, and then
Fernandes.
Yes. So meaning if Real Madrid are always on the attacking threat, meaning Barcelona on the other side needs to defend, right?
Yeah.
So Vinicius was always causing problems for Jules Koundé, who wasn't able to adapt to Lamine Yamal to multiply and then cause havoc. So if Jules Koundé is separating himself from or is not being able to feed Lamine Yamal needs to drop very, very deep. That's why sometimes he found himself in the middle third like a playmaker, like a number 10. Sometimes he had to drop very, very deep. And then all the balls coming to that flanks were being supplied to Vinicius Jr.
Yeah.
So Koundé was always chasing Vini. So how would you even be able to get ball and then feed? And then the midfield as well. Frankie de Jong and then Pedri, they didn't dominate.
Okay.
So if your midfielders are not able to dominate, and then your right winger or your right fullback is also not able to get his feet on the ball, then you as the winger, you are not getting feet.
Okay.
Yes. So the other side was rather working. Marcus Rashford, he had a lot of
he saw a lot of the balls.
Yes, but then as compared to Lamine, he didn't just come to the party, and then it was an entire effort by the Real Madrid team to keep him off the ball, and then I think they achieved that very, very well, and then that limited the number of chances they conceded and then even the goals intake. 5
points between Real Madrid and FC Barcelona. Is it safe to say that, look, the league is Madrid to lose at this point in time?
No, because last season Madrid led Barcelona for about 9 points, and they still lost the league. So it is early this year, but at the end of the day, you see, but one thing I like about this Madrid team is the fact that they score goals.
Okay.
You understand? They score loads and loads of goals. Last season they scored loads and loads of goals, but they also consider loads of goals. But at the end of the day, there's more. I want to do it about this Madrid team. They want to achieve something, because remember that last season they won absolutely nothing. You understand? And this season, should they go 0 trophies again, there is going to be trouble, because you don't play in the league or in the Champions League with a Madrid team that goes 2 seasons without winning the trophy. Yeah. So that is the momentum that they would have to keep to themselves. And if they are, you see, one thing that I would say is that if Vinicius Jr. if Kylian Mbappe is able to maintain the momentum, right, get them the goals, and then they are defensively solid, I think that they could go on to challenge for the trophies.
Okay, Courage, I'll ask the very final question on this and we move on to our debate. Is this a statement of intent by Xabi Alonso, having won the El Clásico, his first El Clásico in charge of Real Madrid?
He was in charge in the preseason friendly El Clásico. I think it was.
Real competitive
official,
game. Yes, official competitive game.
He's a player who has seen it all. Sorry, a gaffer.
Yeah.
He's played in the El Clásico as a player for many countless times, being in the Champions League, the La Liga, and then even when he moved on to Bayern Munich, when he eventually retired, he still met Barcelona. Yeah. So he knows the philosophy, he knows the in and out of Barcelona, he knows the game plan. And mind you, the kind of game plan Xabi Alonso is treading from Bayer Leverkusen to Real Madrid. There's no vast difference between that game plan and then the tiki-taka.
Okay.
He also keeps possession, he plays, he involves his midfielders. So he knows the team very well, and then sets up a very, very well rehearsed strategy.
Yeah.
So you see, he dropped certain players and then fixed in certain players. He went in with 2 arrowheads.
Yeah.
Kylian Mbappe and then Vinicius. Vinicius was just not lying at the left-hand side, but then was also dropping in.
Yeah.
Kylian Mbappe as the arrowhead, but was also seen on the right hand side.
Yeah.
So he packed the midfield. So he went in with a well-rehearsed strategy. At the end of the day, he needed the needed result, because he ended out moving from the Santiago Bernabéu with a maximum 3 points.
Yeah.
So yes, he has announced his presence, but then this is just the first of many. So after winning this, and then mind you, they've lost for 5 consecutive times.
Yeah.
Yes. So him winning this is a very huge statement. I won't lie about that. But then going forward is what is needed, because if you're able to beat Barcelona and then you don't go all the way, because it's just like +1 -1.
Yeah.
He lost to Atletico Madrid. So winning against Barcelona will be something to cancel out the
Madrid
the humiliation against
loss.
Yes. So now what he needs to do to draw positivity is to go
Maintain
on
momentum.
and then maintain the momentum and then win the league. Because if you don't win the game, the league beating Barcelona is actually nothing.
But at the part, talking about maintaining momentum, Barcelona in their last 3 games in the La Liga have lost to. They lost to Girona.
Yes,
They lost to Sevilla.
Yes.
And they've lost to Real Madrid now. I mean, take us through. How does the season look for them? Is it bright?
I think it started from losing to PSG from the Champions League.
Oh, okay.
That's why I saw that there is a bit of like frost and also upside down when it comes to the Barca team this season. Compared to the previous season, the Barca team we saw. So I saw that there will be some kind of ups and downs,
topsy-turvy performance from them.
And especially, like we said, losing your key players will definitely affect you, because at this juncture, at this moment, you can't sign new player in unless maybe before you can get people towards fix in. Even though Marcus Rashford is trying so well to adapt and also be part of the team, but it's process, it takes time. So I think that one too is also causing them. And if probably they don't take care, even they will not be second on the league table. Yes. So I think if they want to be part of the best and even part of Champions League next season, then they need to up their game.
Great. I mean, now let's wade into the conversation of who is the best striker in Europe as it stands now. Now, in the English Premiership, Erling Haaland has scored 11 goals in 9 games. You talk of the German Bundesliga, and Harry Kane has scored 12 goals in about 8 games. Now, Kylian Mbappe also has 11 goals in 10 games in the Spanish La Liga. The debate is on, the heat is on. Who is the best striker in Europe as it stands now? I don't know whether you're going for or against, but I'll start with you, Courage. I mean, you have about the next 2 minutes to open your defense.
You know, football is based on three main things. Character. Talk of character, meaning what you are known of. Pedigree, who you are, like who you actually are. Not on a bad day or on a best day, but averagely what you are able to produce. And then also history.
Okay.
So history means what you are able to achieve. Meaning if I say Agroin is capable of hosting this particular show, all of us here, even the guys behind the cameras, they'll testify to it, because you know who you are and then what you've done in the previous years. I don't think there is. You mentioned Mbappe, right? Fair enough. You mentioned
Harry Kane.
No, you mentioned who else?
Erling
Haaland. Fair enough. He's a goal monger, but Harry Kane, come on. For both club and
country. I mean, people have said that he's playing the Farmers League. This Bundesliga.
He bossed it in the EPL. He bossed it in the European Championship as well. See, not only for club, but then both club and country. He's been able to send England to the World Cup semis, European finals back to back, and then he was playing for a relatively lesser club like Tottenham, but then we saw what he was able to achieve, winning goal king, and then a whole lot of laurels, individual laurels, and then he moved to the Bundesliga, a league that they produce goals though, but then he went in and then he's been playing there like as if he's been playing for a decade now. For a player in his first season,
I think there is a second season.
Yes, in his first season, that he was part of the European goal scorer. Goal scorer.
He scored 30 plus goals.
Yes, and then this season he has 12 already.
Yeah, in 8 games. 8 German Bundesliga.
You know what? You know. He doesn't just play as a striker. If you watch the game, you see Erling Haaland, typical of Erling Haaland, he will be in the 18-yard waiting for supply. Harry Kane against.
Oh, you think so? I've seen Haaland, tracking back several times.
If you watch Harry Kane against Dortmund last weekend, you know that this is a proper number 9. He doesn't only score, he creates.
Okay.
If you check his assist record, I think he's also leading the assist record. Yes. So this is a player who gives you goals and assists. So he's a complete, very, very complete striker.
I think about 5 assists.
Yes.
Credit.
Yes. So he's a very, very complete. He scores from all angles.
Yeah.
with his head, with his left leg, right leg, even chest.
So you are saying that Harry Kane, Kylian Mbappe, and Erling Haaland, you choose Harry Kane
far ahead. Harry Kane is above all these players you mentioned.
Okay,
yes,
let me come to you. The same thing, Harry Kane.
Yes,
what have you seen in Harry Kane?
Harry Kane, and he mentioned it. I was like, this guy, why? Yeah, I'll go for Harry Kane. Okay, so me watching Harry Kane for so many years, he has been top from the English Premier League before he moved to Bundesliga. And then I think last season he was part of their top scorers. And there's one thing I like about Harry Kane. His goal scoring is not particularly mostly about penalties.
No, he doesn't tap in as well.
You understand?
But what are you talking about? Tapping no goals. Penalties to no goals. Somebody is clamoring for a thousand goal career.
With tapping.
Out of that 1,000 goals, go and check the number of penalties that he has scored.
Yeah, I didn't say it's not goal. Penalty is part of goal, but I'm trying to say for a side, most of the goal is not like penalties. He is part of the play. He starts from maybe from back, middle, the process, and then he also tries to score. And then if you look at the German Bundesliga, even this season, I think Nicolas Jackson just moved from Chelsea and joined him. Sometimes they can even play the two even top, and he will still find his way to even score. Not just playing as number 9 at the top to score, but sometimes play coming from the 10, and then he will get the ball and then score. And apart from that, looking at England, I watched the Nations League when they went to the final and they lost. Through the whole tournament, I think Harry Kane did so well. He scored. And from then they moved to the qualifiers. During the qualifiers too, he has been scoring. Yes. So he has been on top.
But if you meet North Macedonia and those Belarus, I mean, you definitely score.
But someone who calls yourself maybe a striker or forward, you are supposed to do well, and that's what Harry Kane is doing. So anytime, any given day, anytime, I'll choose Harry Kane. But let's talk about Haaland.
Okay.
He's a monster.
Yeah.
But I will choose Harry Kane over him because, you know, when he also started the EPL, yes, he has also been contributing to goals. But he's more like typical number 9 in front.
Yeah. And
then when the ball is given to me, then I'll score.
Okay.
Or maybe penalty, I'll score. But it's not a typical force. You can't force him to become maybe number 10 or maybe 8 to go back, get a ball, and also try to do
like
something.
Like the Didier Drogba style.
You know, even like Ciro is not even a typical number 9 yes, but Ciro can
go. You can track back and then still get everywhere and still get
the
scoring position.
You understand? So Haaland, per his age, he's doing so well, and in the English Premier League, he's putting out his best. Even though last season there was kind of something like Zizal and other stuff, but this season he's trying so hard. Even though Pep was even talking about some match that he was supposed to score more than the goal he scored, so he's doing so. And then Kylian Mbappe, he has always been my best player from PSG to coming to Madrid. I remember when he signed for Madrid, a lot of people were talking about, is he going to fix him? Vinicius is there, this person is there. But he proved to everyone that he's killing Mbappe.
Okay.
Yes, when he's given the opportunity, he will score any given day or any angle.
Okay, so you have chosen Harry Kane.
Yes, on top, Harry Kane is the best.
Okay, let me come to the POV man.
When they're in the courtroom, you answer the question that has been pushed to you. The question is not who is the best player among these three. The question is who is the best striker. What is the essence of being a striker?
Scoring goals.
Scoring goals. The essence of being a striker is not to make goals. The essence of being a striker is not to come into the middle third and then create goals.
But if you have those additional, bites to your credentials,
the essence of being a striker is not to play as a midfielder. Do you understand me? The essence of being a striker is to score 30 goals, 40 goals a season. That is why when Haaland burst onto the scene at the under 20 level, in a single match against Austria, he scored 9. You see, what Harry Kane is doing in the Bundesliga is not news, because Haaland has set the pace already.
In the Bundesliga.
In the Bundesliga.
So Robert Lewandowski.
Michiba that did same in the Bundesliga.
In 52 matches, Haaland had about 59 goals. He had set the pace already. Okay. That was when he was even 19, 20 years. Haaland, what's the name? Kane is close to 30 something. The experience he had gathered from the EPL into the German Bundesliga is by far the greatest goal scorer in the English Premier League, barring Alan Shearer. You get the point?
Yeah.
And then he moves into the German Bundesliga. So you expect him to score goals.
Yeah.
Haaland transitions from the German Bundesliga, come to the EPL and dominates.
Yeah.
Every single goal scoring metric, he has dominated for the past 3 seasons. You get the point? So when you are talking about a typical number 9, when you are talking about a striker, there's absolutely nobody comparable to Erling Haaland. Do you understand me? See, let me be frank with you. When Kane was in Tottenham, he was playing as an all-rounder, and then also gives you goals. Yeah. These are qualities that we all like as a pundit, as an analyst, as a football fan. You love the aesthetics. Yeah. Do you understand? But when this is the ball, put it at the back of the net. Absolutely nobody has got that killer instinct. That killer instinct. That the mentality to score goals. Yeah. See, Erling Haaland doesn't care whether he touches the ball twice or once in a match. He will get to your goals. And that is the essence of being a centre forward. It's as simple as
Is that not based on the instructions given to him by Pep Guardiola? Pep Guardiola has told his midfielders, give the ball to Erling Haaland.
No. The reason being that everybody knows that it is difficult for Pep Guardiola to play with an arrowhead. It is trite. It is trite. Everybody knows from Man City to Bayern, from Barcelona to Bayern, to what's the name? To Man City. Yeah. He hardly has a typical number 9 like Erling Haaland. He has always had false 9s and strikers who are very comfortable with the ball. Strikers who are very comfortable with linking up with play. Strikers who are very comfortable roaming around and being able to play the ball. Okay. But this is an Erling Haaland whom they needed to win the Champions League. I can tell you for a fact, if not for Erling Haaland, Man City would never have won the Champions League.
All right. So, I mean, none of you mentioned Kylian Mbappe, but I feel that Kylian Mbappe is also a beast. He's also a monster.
You can just see.
But I mean, what do you also make of it? I mean, tell us what you also think. Guys, we are wrapping up. Just, your final words, and we are done and dusted. I'll start with you, Courage.
Kylian Mbappe, fair play to him. He, as mentioned, I don't want to repeat the same way, but then he's a monster. Yeah, all these players are players we appreciate and the players we love watching. So they should give us more of these numbers for us to be able to enjoy them as far as it lasts. Yes.
Okay. Nobody can take away from Kylian Mbappe. Won the World Cup at age 18. Yeah. He did not only win the World Cup. He was the second teenager after Pele in 1950 something to have scored in the World Cup finals. Yeah. And then nearly became the only player to have won the World Cup, the third player to have won the World Cup back to back, and then twice as a teenager. Yeah. Or as a youngster, apart from Pele and Ronaldo, even though Ronaldo did not have an impact in the 1994 World Cup, you understand, compared to the impact he had in 2020, 2002. Okay. So we can take that. It's a fantastic player by
Adefa.
Okay, so what I would like to say is Kylian Mbappe, Harry Kane, and also Vinicius Jr. and then Haaland. Yeah. I think they will make Ballon d'Or very difficult this time.
Really mention Lamine Yamal.
Oh no.
I mean, Lamine Yamal. Well, I mean, it's quite shocking that Lamine Yamal is not in the equation now, but I mean, he's having a very difficult season.
Yes, because of some injuries and so me, I feel it will be very difficult this season. Right. They should just give us the best and then good football.
Great. Thank you very much, Adepa GH. Thank you very much, Courage. Thank you very much, the POV man. Force. Tiga force. Of course. All right, so that'll be all for today. Do catch us on our socials, Our Media Sports on Facebook, Our Media Sports on YouTube. Join the debate. Who is your best striker so far in Europe? Is it Erling Haaland? Is it Kylian Mbappe? Or Harry Kane? My name has been Emmanuel Opoku. You can call me Agrohene. Do not forget to love what you do and do what you love. Peace. Shalom.
Bye.
Peace. Shalom.